I'm thinking about Mummified Hackman.
Oh my god. Nothing says going live like I'm thinking about Mummified Hackman. Hola, amigos. And welcome to the Markout Mania. I'm Pedro Borges, Texan Spaniard. And we have with us, straight from the streets, the mean streets of Orlando, fighting with Disney, fighting with Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, it's the Whole Foods gangster.
Yeah, the Whole Foods
gangster.
The extreme James Sorno, aka Jim House. How's everything in Jim's house?
Everything is good. Everything is good. I had a good night last night on Real House Radio. I'm a little tired. But other than that, I'm ready to rock and roll. Lots to get into today. Lots to get into. We got a big show today.
James, I did not even see. I didn't get a notification that you were streaming yesterday, so I didn't know.
Really? Yeah. I was on there. I did a 2-hour set. A little beat up, but I'm good. Because after that,
I did about 2 hours myself, an hour shorter than usual. But a witness to my terrible performance last night was the God of Thunder. This is King Dark.
Yo,
how are you?
He's freezing his balls off.
What? But it's like 60. It's near 70 degrees, right? No.
You just remember your smart mouth. The next time you get a big cold fucking snap. Both of y'all, just remember this shit.
I apologize to Zeus. I beg your forgiveness.
Hey Zeus, you got your mittens on?
What?
You got your mittens on?
Mitten?
I got my mitten gloves right here. I got my mitten gloves right here, my friend.
Oh shit!
They're fingerless gloves with a mitten pullover.
Oh. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I had a pair of those in New York. Yeah, those are cool.
Nice.
I think Zeus was referring to like MMA sort of gloves, right? Or
no.
Right,
no. You're gonna make me do this, aren't you?
No, they have the fingerless gloves that you pull over the man.
You don't have to do anything. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, hold on. Okay. Oh,
yeah.
Right, and then
I see it.
Yeah, like that. There you go. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I had a pair of those when I was in New York. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll probably need another pair by next year, but I've had them for about 5 years. So.
Yeah.
Stephanie has a bunch of stuff like that, but she knitted them herself. Not.
I'm sure she had to use, she was able to use a lot less durable and warm yarn.
I actually retired mine, so I'm good.
Your delicate winter time. South Texas.
South Texas, yeah.
Oh, Zeus, you're gonna go to. Hey, Zeus, I meant to ask you. Are you going to Raw Monday? So it's going to be in Buffalo.
$75 a piece.
Oh shit!
Seats.
Really, for nosebleeds?
Yes, the highest seat, the worst seat in the place is $75 plus all of the taxes, fees, and bullshit. It'd be almost $100 not to mention parking.
I was just about to say parking too is going to be like $25.
Yeah, I mean it might be cheaper to get a ride, but I mean I'm not paying $100 for nosebleed seats. Sorry.
Do you want to go see Gunther and Jey Uso?
No, not really. Which show is Dom on? I'd go see Dom.
Raw.
Raw. Yeah.
Yeah, but still, it's just not now.
No.
Everybody wants to go see Dom now. Look at this. Dom's become the man.
I'm
Love it.
I
telling
mean,
you,
he's one of the few guys I haven't seen that would probably be fun.
He's got to be the most improved, hasn't he? I mean, he's got to be,
money,
right? Because
money.
I remember 2 years ago he was shit.
Give him the money in the bank, cash in. Let him have a transitional chicken shit heel run.
That'd be hot.
I'm telling you, I'd strap the belt to him, just fucking ride it till WrestleMania.
That'd be hot.
Just like that, with a sneaky Money in the Bank, fucking cowardly. Just somebody wins it in a magnificent hour-long battle and just steal their thunder right out from underneath them. Just
man,
just trip them up, just steal it, and then just defend it as chicken shit as he could for the next 8 months until fucking WrestleMania. That would be great.
Okay, imagine Cody Rhodes survives an Iron Man match, like a 60-minute Iron Man match. Cody Rhodes survives with the title somehow. And then that's when Dom cashes in.
Yeah. Or even like if they do a bullshit one where they go into like an overtime. Overtime on an Iron Man.
Dude, like a Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels shit. Yeah.
And then Cody retains, and then Dom comes in and just yanks it.
Speaking of Cody, what is this shit with The Rock? He's like, it's oh, come on.
People are so unhappy with this angle. Yeah.
Well, first of all, again, I know he brings eyes to the TV, Pedro, but nobody wants to. I don't want to see The Rock in this stupid storyline. He's trying to make Cody turn heel, and I'm like, come on.
They're trying to recreate the Austin McMahon thing, is what they're going for.
Yeah.
But it's not. I think they're having a hard time finding something that follows up the bloodline. The bloodline has so much legs to it, right? It could go on for such a long time. It sustained its heat and interest for such a long time. They don't have anything like that for Cody. The thing with him and Kevin Owens did have a lot of heat to it, but then it ended. The Rumble, it ended, and then it's just kind of nothing for him to do, right? And so this is what they've come up with. I don't know.
I mean, are you really going to turn Cody heel? Because he's supposed to answer The Rock tonight, the Elimination Chamber.
No.
I mean, is he really going to turn him heel? That does set up a babyface run for Roman Reigns. But do you really want to chance that?
Do we really need that?
No, we don't. Now, but let's say you turn. Let's say they pull the trigger and they turn Rhodes heel, right? Now that sets up either CM Punk or John Cena at WrestleMania as your babyface.
I don't think John Cena is going out as champion.
No, but he'll be the big babyface in the match.
I think there's another way this can go. And hear me out. Cody's not. Let's say Cody does not. Let's say he turns down The Rock.
Right.
He turns down The Rock. The Rock needs someone else to be the corporate champion, like The Rock was the corporate champion. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Who would be better to be the corporate champion than the guy who came and said he's not here to make friends, it's just business?
Oh yeah, the Punk.
Yeah, that's an idea.
But I don't know. We'll see what happens. I don't know what to do. Because Cena already declared he was gonna retire at WrestleMania, and that he's gonna challenge for a title, or that's his plans. So what happens if he has no title match? Like, what do you do with Cena? I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
Something could happen between now and WrestleMania. I mean, it's not like, they could figure something out. But, they gotta. I think, first of all, this whole storyline is ridiculously stupid, and The Rock comes off like an asshole. I know he's playing the heel, but it's just, It's go away. Go away. Just go away.
I mean, he kind of is an asshole, though.
Well, yeah, but he
No. But
is.
I'm just saying he's not the super nice guy everybody thinks he is. He really is just kind of an asshole. It's like he's just. I don't even think he realizes how much that's just coming through. Oh, we lost James.
Oh no, what happened? I was yawning and then here.
Sorry,
James,
I'm
I'm yawning and then Zeus is like, we lost James. I'm like, because I was yawning.
No. What was you saying, Zeus? I'm sorry.
But yeah, so I mean, it's just like I mean, me personally, I don't care about The Rock. It's like I get it. They're bringing eyes and whatever, and you make good points about the bloodline and everything, but they should have like something, something to kind of end it all.
I mean, as far as the bloodline goes, everybody wants to see Jacob Fatu versus Solo Sikoa anyway. So fucking make that happen. And
I was just gonna say, all I said about the bloodline was that storyline had so much heat to it, and people were into it for so long. It had such a long life.
It's hard to follow up. Yeah,
it's hard to follow up. That was my only point about the bloodline. Like they don't have something like that for Cody. Like
Rock needs to go away. This is why my personal favorite wrestling program doesn't come on Mondays and doesn't come on Fridays. It comes on Tuesdays. Okay.
I thought he was going to say Wednesdays and Saturdays.
No, and not on Max. This is why I prefer to watch NXT over everything. I mean, I like NXT better anyway. But I'm done with The Rock. Just go away.
Yeah, this is true. James is. We do know that James is a big NXT fan.
Yes.
Yeah, I was watching that shit from jump.
He is very into some Chilean.
James would even betray us when we would be watching Lucha Underground live. He'd be watching
betray us.
And then he'd watch the replay the next day.
Yeah.
Well, but NXT was really good back then. Well, it seemed good. Maybe it doesn't hold up now. I can't say, but
it had a lot. I mean,
it had its moments back in the day.
No, don't be like that because it was good at large. It was generally regarded as good. It's don't like you said, it might not hold up today.
Yeah,
but do shit about Lucha Underground doesn't hold up today. So.
Yeah, I know. And see, that's why I was saying because a lot of
did WWE buy the right to Lucha Underground? By the way,
no, not that. No.
There's rumors that they might be buying AAA or majority part of AAA.
Why?
What the fuck they gonna do with AAA?
I don't know. I'm just saying that's a rumor.
Yeah.
Well, James, why do you bring up the Lucha Underground, like WWE owning it?
Yeah, I think they wanted to get I'm not interested in the tape library. I think they're interested in the actual name because there was a rumor that with Penta here and with Phoenix coming in, and they wanted to do like a Netflix show based on Lucha Underground, but they needed the actual name Lucha Underground to do it. So they were going to buy the rights. Supposedly they're supposed to buy the rights. I don't know if there's any truth to that or something, but
the biggest problem is there's just too many fucking hands in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's partly MGM, it's partly AAA, it's partly this, and it's just they created a fucking nightmare for itself.
AAA still owns some of that, right?
I believe so. I don't know exactly, but I mean, El Rey, whatever their parent corporation, and it's just a big mess.
Yeah. Anyway, so we got the cock on TV last night. He was bringing Cody. He bought a personalized F-150, a big red F-150 fucking Raptor Ford truck, and it said Cody Rhodes on it. And he's providing private planes and all this and all of that for Cody Rhodes if he turns. And like all these other wrestlers do on SmackDown are like, take the deal, sell your soul, don't do it, do it. Like all these wrestlers are telling Cody, if I were you, I don't do it. If I were you, I would do it. So, I mean, I understand. It's like you said, Pedro, they need something after the bloodline that has legs, but this ain't it.
Well,
And they're trying to recreate the corporation and the corporate champion and all of that stuff. But this ain't doing it.
I think it's the start of this is very bad, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to give like a condemnation until it plays out, because last year the road to WrestleMania started off kind of weird with the whole Cody seemingly giving up his title shot at WrestleMania and then taking it back.
So there was fan backlash and they were forced to change it. Yeah.
And then it got like, by the time we got to WrestleMania, everyone wanted to see everything, right? We wanted to see it all play out. So I'm going to give them some benefit of the doubt. Like, okay, it's starting off bad, but so did last year. So let's see.
Yeah, but it's just going to become a yearly thing where the cock is going to interject himself right before WrestleMania so he could be on WrestleMania.
The cock is going to interject himself. The cock is going to penetrate the stories.
Penetrate his way back into the main storyline.
I mean, like, is this going to be like a yearly thing? I mean, because he just made CM Punk's point. Punk used to say back in the day, and I'm like, all Dwayne does is come around during WrestleMania season. You kind of hit the nail on the head.
I mean, just
the cock erupts from
yeah.
Damn it! The cock erupts. What?
The cock arrives at WrestleMania.
Hey, now we need is
Mark out Mania after dark.
Got milk ads with The Rock.
No.
Yeah, no. Brutal. It's just, I mean, now, this is my question. How do you fit Roman Reigns into all of this? Or do you?
Well, but here's the thing. Roman Reigns has a storyline for WrestleMania. And that's Seth Rollins.
Yeah, right.
Seth like totally sent him out of commission in that angle at the Rumble. So Roman and Seth have a thing. They're entangled with each other. It's gonna happen. It's gonna pop up tonight, I suspect. In the.
I mean, does Roman show up at the Chamber tonight saying Cody Rhodes don't take the deal?
No, he'll probably do something to Seth. He'll probably do something to Seth Rollins in that match.
Yeah.
Do we need to go over the Elimination Chamber?
Yeah, we couldn't a little bit. Chelsea Green is amazing as always. I mean, she's a bona fide star, man. But what a fine. And you know what? Kudos to whoever decided to finally push her properly, because she's got it. She's so good. Roxanne Perez killing it on the main roster. She's going back and forth. I mean, her and Bayley work so well together. I mean, they should after the 50,000 matches they have with each other in the past month. But they work good together. And the whole Jay Cargill thing should play out tonight, because now that Bianca and Naomi lost the belts back to Liv Morgan and Raquel. Now it's like, oh, who did this to Jade? So I'm sure she'll making her comeback soon.
Well, yeah, you know what was interesting? They had people were telling me that Liv and Raquel had done it. That they had But then on Monday, when I was watching Raw, they put a lot of doubt on that.
Yeah.
They put a lot of doubt about that. They probably weren't the ones who did it. So
I still say it was either Naomi or Bianca Belair.
I mean, it'd be better that way if it was.
Yeah, it would be.
Because the Liv Morgan thing didn't make any sense. Because timeline wise, when that happened, she was like still the champion. Like, what does she care about what was going on with the tag team titles? Like, she'd have to have future sight, like a premonition. I'm going to lose the title, and so I must start making, things towards the tag titles, for the future.
And as much as I like, I shouldn't. I don't know. Like's a strong word, but as much as I was into it one time, Charlotte Flair, she's another one's going to need to go away soon.
Yeah, I mean,
and she's her character has become one dimensional because she could never be a baby face because she's never be over as a face. Never. She's a natural heel. And even when she's trying to be a babyface, she comes off as a heel.
Well, that's because she's got resting bitch face, and she looks, snotty, and
she looks like Hedwig's angry and poor girl. But
it just doesn't, it doesn't work.
Now
Ric Flair is a baby face. You can only
but Flair doesn't really work as a babyface.
It's like a bowl of cereal. The milk's gonna creep up and make it all soggy and unedible. Really.
There you go, Bond. Yeah. I mean, I think they should. As popular as Tiffany Stratton is right now, she's another one that she should never be a babyface. Because she was trying to cut a babyface promo. I mean, her and Trish Stratus yesterday, and I wasn't buying it at all. Even the crowd was like, golf clap. Like, no. She should be the cool heel. Yeah, that's it.
I think Zeus, this thing you put in the Markout Mania chat, I think James wants to be at number 5, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, show that on. Can you show it on screen?
Yeah, I get. Yeah, hold on.
So Brian Clark, you remember Brian Clark, Raph, and Adam Baum?
Mm-hmm.
He posted this airplane seating chart. If you had to,
you have a 14-hour flight. Where are you sitting? Number 1 between Crush and Brian Clark. Number 2 next to Scott Steiner and Lex Luger. No, that's 5. Sorry.
Hell no. I'll push Lex Luger off his seat.
But you know what, James? Lex Luger will get up on his own thanks to DDP yoga.
He'll get up and what? On his knees? Fuck out.
My reply to this tweet was, I said, I'd put Hulk Hogan in seat number 7.
Damn. Why?
So Booker T.
Oh.
Tell him.
Oh. Yeah. Okay.
Hogan, we coming for you.
Oh my God! There's a whole story around that this week, Zeus.
What's that?
The
crowd at NXT.
Yeah.
TNA and NXT been doing that stuff, and like they were saying, they're chanting that to Booker T. And then when Tessa came out, they were doing it to her. But they're like, "We coming for you, Tessa. We coming for you, Tessa."
Yeah, and they got the "She's a Racist" chance too.
Yeah.
That was awesome. But she no-sold it. She no-sold it though. That's weak. I mean, come on, man, you got to sell that.
Well,
you don't.
No, that's not. It's not good for her to sell that.
You can't lean into that.
Yeah,
it's nothing. Everybody knows she is already. It's no secret.
But you can't lean into
James. You can't. James, you're not thinking about that.
2025.
Yeah, that's bad for branding for everyone involved. I mean,
yeah, I guess. I
Now
guess.
it's I don't know. It's also bad for branding to have commercials on during Raw that have like Hulk Hogan being like real American beer, brother. But
Yeah, that's hard. Yeah, exactly. But I'm digging the whole TNA WWE thing. I'm actually looking forward to it because I want to see Moose versus Obafemi because NXT is going to have a huge card at Madison Square Garden. I don't know what Tuesday it is, but it's like one of the Tuesdays coming up, and Obafemi is going to meet Moose, both titles on the line. That's hot.
they're in actual Madison Square Garden.
They're either doing the Garden or the Forum inside the Garden.
Okay, I can't imagine them actually doing like Madison Square Garden. Like, I just don't think it.
Why not?
NXT and TNA, they're not gonna like sell out the Madison Square Garden.
Why not? NXT sells out the Barclays Center.
I don't know.
So they could do 17 at the Barclays Center. You think they could do 20?
I don't know.
They sold out the Barclays Center like 2 or 3 times. I'm sure they could do 20 if they put the right card together. Oh, also on that card, it's going to be winner take all. Julia versus Stephanie Fakir.
Oh yeah. Title for title. Yeah.
Yeah, because I heard Julia's hurt. So.
Oh really?
Yeah, a hand.
Oh, her hand. I hadn't
Her
heard
hand, just a moment of hand, I think. Maybe it's a fracture or some kind of ligament damage.
Remember last year, she broke her wrist in that the very first Marigold show, and she had to like get over it in about 2 months or whatever to make that July show. So who knows if it ever fully healed and all this time.
Maybe that's it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's a good possibility. Yeah, because if it hasn't fully healed, she's probably been, she's been pushing on it, because of NXT and blah blah blah. And they gave it a strap.
Well, I mean, so that was like in May, right? That very first Marigold show was in May. She broke her wrist or whatever in that show. And then she finished that match. I mean, she still wrestled like 20 minutes with a broken wrist or whatever. And then 2 months later, she came back to do a pay-per-view match against Sari, which is insane. And then she wrestled for a while still in Japan before she went to NXT later in the year. And she's been wrestling there. So, yeah, if she's been wrestling all this time and it hasn't been completely healed, that's pretty dumb. But, I mean, that's wrestlers.
Yeah.
So.
But that card's going to be good. The NXT card's going to be good. I think it's in the Forum inside the Garden. The Forum holds about $7,000.
What's the show going to be called? Do you know? I'm just trying to look it up so I can
break down some shit like that. I don't know. I mean, it's coming up. It's not like far off. It's coming up. It's right before. It's before WrestleMania. So it's before Stand and Deliver.
Man.
Is
it a TNA show or is it a
It's an NXT show. It's an NXT show.
Okay.
It's going to be shown live on CW on Tuesday because it's going to be broadcast on Tuesday.
So it's
live from the Forum.
Tuesday?
I don't know. No. I don't know if it's this. No. I don't think it's this Tuesday. It might be the following Tuesday.
Let me see what I can find.
Type in NXT MSG show 2025. See if that pops up anything.
Let's see.
Because it's in the Garden. I don't know if it's in that theater.
Oh, Roadblock.
That's it. There you go.
Roadblock. The theater at Madison Square Garden.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay. March 11th. Obafemi versus Moose for the NXT title. The Hardys versus Fraxium for the TNA tag team titles, and Stephanie Vaquer versus Julia for the North American and the NXT titles. So, okay. Wow. That's going to be a big show.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said.
And it's going to be live on CW, so that's even better.
But what will its max numbers? Will it compare to the max numbers the Dynamite gets?
These guys, man, that fucking Dave, he's just completely off the plot, man. Just
what do you say now?
Nonsense every day. Every day he's saying something stupid.
I actually want to talk about him for a minute.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Hold on. I'll be right back, Pedro. Hold on.
The way y'all said go ahead. Go ahead.
I mean, what a fucking train wreck.
People were making fun of him because of this isn't what I want to talk about. People were making fun of him about the Dynamite ratings because the way he worded it, they got like 500,000 viewers on Wednesday, and he worded it like they were the top rated show that wasn't the NBA and this and this and this.
Yeah, and Fox News. Yeah.
Did NXT get almost 800,000 on Tuesday?
Probably.
Yeah.
I think it was 790 or some shit.
Okay, the thing that I wanted to talk about with Dave Meltzer. Okay, so on Monday, I watched most of Raw. I just missed the main event. I missed the main event. Because that was around the time Stephanie and I like watched stuff or whatever before bed or whatever. So I missed the main event. I didn't think much about it. You know, people were talking about the match afterwards. They're like, "Oh, it was really good." Blah blah. Blah. It was the Liv Morgan Raquel versus Bianca Naomi match.
It was entertaining. It was entertaining.
So, you know, I didn't see it at that point. Okay, so then you fast forward. I don't know if it's Wednesday. No, I think it's Thursday. It's Thursday. You fast forward to Thursday. People are talking about Meltzer's take on the match. And Meltzer basically shat all over it. And he shat all over it because he said the referee was out of position and didn't throw Dominic out of the match and took everything away from for him. It took away everything. He couldn't enjoy the match because of it. Because of Dominic and the referee. He couldn't enjoy the match.
But that's the whole point. Dominic interfering on Liv's behalf. Oh my God.
So this is what Dave Meltzer, he said this. And so people were, you know, bickering back and forth about that, you know, because they're bringing up all these examples of AEW matches with insane referee bullshit and stuff that he gave, you know, gazillion stars to and what have you.
Well, let's not mention the horse pitch, but that's something else. Go ahead.
Yeah. But so I ended up watching I went and watched the main event of that Raw after hearing about all this stuff. So I did see it. It's typical TV modern wrestling thing. It was fun.
It was entertaining. It didn't drag. It advanced the story. Well, you know, because you knew they were going to drop the belt sooner or later, because especially with Jake coming back. So they got to advance that storyline. So, you know, you can have.
To be fair, the match was really, it was just like most TV matches, a bunch of nothing. Really, it's a bunch of nothing. But the crowd made it seem more than it was.
Right.
The crowd was so hot for that match, James. They were so hot for that match. They were popping.
They were into it. Yeah, they were into it.
Was crazy pop.
I'm getting a good pop.
Yeah. But I was kind of surprised that he didn't like it, because some of the athletic spots in the match I thought were things that would be right up Dave Meltzer's alley. Like that 450 that Bianca pulled out. She did it like it was nothing. Like she like she could have, like, you know, she was almost like she was being like, you know, this was an easy day, you know, like, well, I just have to do a 450. I don't have to do more rotations. Like, you know, like she could do more rotations or something. Just like, I'll just bust this out
Yeah.
casually, like nothing.
I bet you if it was Sting diving off a balcony at 150 years old, it would have been 8 stars. Go ahead.
There's a spot where Naomi like is on the apron, and I think it's something she does to Raquel, and she jumps from the apron, clears the top rope while
Yeah, then a
splitting
head.
her legs
Yeah.
in the air,
Yeah.
grabs Raquel, does a face plant thing, lands split leg, and she did it just like in one fluid motion. It was just like nothing.
Yeah,
Right?
man. It's a good
One
visual.
fluid motion. And I was just like, that was such an athletic thing right there. Such an athletic little deal. And I was like, why would he not like this? This seems like the sort of thing he would dig. But apparently not, you know. And there's some cool little double team moves. There's the one they did. Liv and Raquel did this one thing where it was kind of like a double team backstabber thing, and I was just like, oh, that was really cool looking.
Like I said, the match was entertaining. It wasn't boring. It didn't drag. There was a lot of athleticism. Some good double teams. I mean, you know, for a modern wrestling match, it was entertaining.
It was a modern. They did some spots, and then they did the angles, right?
Right. Yeah. Right.
I mean, it wasn't much to it. Like I heard people talking about it like it was whoa. Again, a lot of echo.
No, you want to see a good match? You want to see a good match? Watch the match from last Tuesday. This past Tuesday, Stephanie Vicaire against Carmen Petrovic that opened the show. It was 20 minutes. They had a good match. That was a good match.
I'm sure the tush action in that match is fantastic, James. We get it. But
it was phenomenal.
Phenomenal. Like AJ Styles, phenomenal.
She was AJ styling it.
There's Raquel made some awesome facial expressions in that match, by the way. She was just they're real cartoony and stuff, but they just got the thing over, you know, what was going on. Anyways,
she was selling everything in that match, wasn't she, Pedro? She was selling left and right. I was like, look at Raquel sell. She should be beating the shit out of people. She's selling.
Yeah, but I think if the match, I think I sort of see why Dave Meltzer didn't like it. I don't think it has to do with the referee, as he put it, but it wasn't, you know, it wasn't 25 minutes, 30 minutes long. You know, it centers around an angle. So
it actually had a storyline to it. I can't watch this. I'm confused. It actually had an angle.
Well, I said it centers around an angle. So
yes.
I can see him being like, "Oh, it's not epic," you know.
What is not a one-off match between two wrestlers nobody heard of but me? Come on.
Also, it's not happening in AEW and it's not happening in Japan, so that those two things make a big difference. For him. So.
And it happened in front of 12,000 people, not 2,000.
But yeah, it was.
Hey, Zeus, how much did they fill in Zeus?
He's his mic's cut off at the moment. He's
back. What are the crowd numbers for Raw and SmackDown this week, please, if you don't mind?
Yeah, I think they announced it was like 12,000 something on Raw.
I think it was about 12 on Raw. I think yesterday SmackDown had about 10, right? Something like that. They were.
I mean, it sounds about right for a modern arena, you know. I mean, we're in WrestleMania season.
Yeah, everything should be sold out from now on, right? I mean, theoretically, because it's WrestleMania season.
I would say at least 90%, you know.
Yeah. But
the Elimination Chamber is 609 tickets away from being sold out of 34,000.
Jesus. That's in the Rogers Center, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. They'll do that and walk-ups today.
So last night, it was beforehand. It was 11,830. It's before the matches.
Yeah.
With only 205 seats available. So that's 98% sold out.
Yeah.
And it said that the last big show there was Money in the Bank, had 18,500. So
Yeah. All right. Well, like you said, Zeus, yeah, everything should be pretty much close to sold out this time of year anyway. You know?
yeah. Let's see. WrestleMania. WrestleMania Saturday. Set up for Las Vegas Allegiant Stadium is 51,000. Tickets distributed as of this time is 45,000. Which means there's about 5,900 tickets available. 530 ticket combos. The Sunday is almost exactly the same. It's just about 800 more seats sold, 45,800 and change sold for the Sunday show. New Japan Resurgence in Ontario, California. Right? Isn't that where it is?
Okay, probably.
Yeah.
3,700 set up, 654 tickets. 654 tickets sold.
Oof.
Yeah.
Only 600 tickets sold?
654 tickets sold.
Oh, shit.
That's not a good look.
I mean, it's May. It's, May for the.
Yeah.
It says price range $40 to $188, which that's not bad because it was $200 for front row seats the last time I went in that little National Guard Armory. So, and then
where was that George South challenging for the NWA? Where is that happening? Winston-Salem. The George South challenging for the NWA
That's
title.
happening at AML, right?
Yeah.
Can you imagine they put the strap on it?
It's not like it would hurt anything that has anything to do with the NWA at this point. He's technically a better wrestler than pretty much anybody else they've got.
He'd be a better champion than fucking Tyrus, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Trevor Murdoch. And EC3.
But what about Tom Latimer?
For some reason, it doesn't bother me that he's got the strap. I don't know why. It just doesn't.
Well, I mean, it doesn't matter who has the strap right now.
Yeah, I know, but it just because how certain names and you're like, oh, okay. I mean, EC3 bothers me. I'm like, well, why?
Yeah. Yeah, he's the Burner Bridge guy,
Yeah. Yeah, but Latimer doesn't bother me.
Yeah, I mean he's just bland enough to not give a shit that he's champion.
Yeah.
To not have anything against him. I mean he's capable and he's adequate and he in the 80s he would have never won a match, but
right. Yeah, pretty much.
Actually,
He'd
no,
be
I take
jobbing
that
to the
back.
stars.
They would in WCW. They would have teamed him with
Jim Powers.
No, they would have teamed him with Z-Man.
No,
Oh
man.
Lord,
Z-Man.
stop.
If they put Tom Brandy with Z-Man, they put anybody with Z-Man.
Z-Man.
Tom Brandy. I'm still trying to get used to calling Ricky Starks fucking Ricky Saints.
Ricky Saints.
Anybody? Yeah, but he was smart enough to change it because WWE wanted to trademark his actual name. He said no. So
I don't know. I'd want to kind of get the stink off of my name too a little bit.
he was like, "You can't trademark my actual name because that's my actual name." Didn't John Cena went through that whole shit? He was like, "Nah."
His real name is John Cena?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I missed a big chunk of his career too, so.
Speaking of John Cena, he's wrestling tonight in the Elimination Chamber.
I'm a little excited for this because there's a lot of good people in that men's chamber match.
So let's have a look at the card. There's an unsanctioned match between Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens going on. You've got
unsanctioned.
Unsanctioned, yes.
Brutal.
Talk about a meaningless kayfabe term in 2024.
Yeah, that's hard. Well, Sami Zayn, you're not medically cleared. The only way I can sanction this matchup, it was unsanctioned. I'm like, oh my god, you not just say that.
They needed old school Paul Heyman to say it.
Yeah.
Tiffany Stratton teams with Trish Stratus to take on Nia Jax and Candice LeRae. Yeah, I don't feel much about that either. But I guess it's just a bona fide Tiffany a bit more before the.
Well, it's only that was Trish's hometown, So she's.
Then the women's elimination chamber match: Liv Morgan versus Bianca Belair versus Alexa Bliss versus Bayley versus Naomi versus Roxanne Perez. Who do you got, James? Who do you see winning?
Well, everybody wants to see Bianca Belair versus Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania, so that might be it.
It only works if Bianca gets revealed to be the one who took out Jade.
I agree. Pedro, I agree. I agree.
She has to be revealed to be the one who took out Jade, and then she has to win at WrestleMania to set up her versus Jade for the title down the road.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Unless they're going to have Alexa job to
unless let's say it was Naomi who attacked Jade, right?
Okay.
All of a sudden, Naomi, she's knocked out in the back and she can't participate in the elimination chamber. And guess who does?
Becky?
Jade.
Oh.
And then you have Jade and Bianca the final two. And then you could do the Bianca Belair thing at WrestleMania with Rhea. Because nobody wants to see Tiffany Stratton versus fucking Charlotte Flair. Even though that's what everybody wants, but I don't want to see that. But yeah, go ahead.
Let's see. So, and then you have the men's elimination chamber match: John Cena versus CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre versus Logan Paul versus Damian Priest versus Seth Rollins.
They all should team up and beat the shit out of Logan Paul, and then go after each other.
I'm kind of curious to see how everything plays out.
Mm-hmm. Well, are you saying because you got the Roman element, right?
Oh yeah, I think he's gonna get involved in terms of Seth Rollins.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, still got the whole thing with Drew and Punk, right?
Well, Punk has things with everyone. I mean, to some degree.
Well, the odd man out of this is Priest.
Yeah, but haven't they been kind of doing stuff between Priest and Drew McIntyre for a bit now?
Yeah. They had a little promo thing last night. Yeah. So
really?
I mean, again, I think it all depends what they do with Cody Rhodes. If Cody Rhodes turns heel today, then you put John Cena or CM Punk as your winner, and they're the two big faces, and there'll be your baby faces for WrestleMania.
Or the other way, Cody turns down The Rock, and one of those two goes heel.
Well, Cena's never going to go heel. You know that.
That's true. He's not going to go out.
Not 5 minutes before he retires.
Right, exactly. So, I mean, it's going to be Punk, if anything. I mean, unless you do Drew McIntyre, but I mean, is that main event, that match worthy of WrestleMania? I mean, especially when you got, especially when you could do Punk and Rhodes instead.
I have no idea.
Nobody wants to see Logan Paul. I mean, he needs to get punched in his face.
But what do you think about? Let's say Punk wins the Elimination Chamber.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about Cena's last match being against Logan Paul at WrestleMania?
I'll take that. And Paul's going to have to sell his ass off. But yeah, I'll take it. I mean, he's the bona fide heel. I mean,
he likes
no
to
one
boink
likes
all
him.
around the ring too. So
yeah. I mean, it might work.
I really don't know what's going to happen. Honestly, I can't see what's going to happen yet. We're going to have to just wait and see. I mean,
heel character aside. I mean, heel character, kayfabe aside. Paul's an incredible athlete, so I think he could pretty much hang with a lot of them. He just needs to. I mean, because he has good timing, and that's good for an outsider. And his character work is good. I mean, he's hated. No one likes him.
Well, that's because kayfabe aside, he's a dick in real life too.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So he plays on it. So
he's just one of those guys that like. So, what's your wrestling character? He's like, a wrestling character. It's just me.
Yeah, it's just me.
Not even turned up to 11. It's just him.
It's turned up to 3.
Yeah, he's turned down actually.
Yeah.
If you saw me in Japan, never mind. We don't have to go there.
The only thing that has more dislikes than that video is the trailer for Snow White. You laugh. I'm not lying.
No. Believe me, I believe you. I actually watched that Snow White trailer. Oh, oof. Ooh.
Snow White and the 7 fucking CGI.
I'm glad I haven't seen it.
No, don't. It's yeah.
Dude, you have to see it just to read the comments.
It's harsh.
The best part of that trailer. People are like, if I was shown this in an airplane, I would jump out.
It's harsh. It's harsh.
Like somebody forgot to tell Disney that the Snow White's supposed to be prettier than the evil queen.
Yeah.
It's like not only is she prettier, she's less evil looking. than Lord Farquaad Jr.
Lord Fuck. Oh my God. Let's not. Let's take it easy.
See, you talk about me. You see?
I know. Well, I can't say nothing myself. I often throw random barbs, grenades out there, so I can't say anything. But
Oh man! But speaking of movies, have you guys seen I think it was Netflix or Max. I'm not sure which one. Elevation with Anthony Mackie.
Yeah, it's on Paramount Plus or Max.
Yeah, yeah, it's not bad. It's all right. It's not bad.
It's like it's very much kind of like the modern type of movie thing where they have things going on that they don't even bother to explain fully.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. It's like you
Pedro,
gotta
are
suspend
you aware of
disbelief.
this movie at all?
no, I'm not aware
Okay,
of it at all.
so these weird monster creatures come out of the earth. They're giant, like four-legged animals that have two long tentacles. They're damn near indestructible,
Yeah.
and
Fast too.
yeah, they're keyed like they're probably like I'd say what, the size of a school bus.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, sounds about right. Yeah.
yeah, and they they so they, for some reason, they cannot go above 8,000 feet elevation. So they've
Okay.
killed everybody that did not escape to 8,000 feet, right? And it's not, they don't explain why, and they don't explain why it's exactly 8,000 feet.
Right.
Like they don't seem to get weak until they get right at the edge of that 8,000 foot mark. And then they just turn around and run away. Like there's no, you don't even see what happens to one after it gets, if it goes past it. But they know that they can't go past 8,000 feet for some reason. So Anthony Mackie's character's son is got breathing problems, and his machine needs filters. And they can't make them, so they've got to travel down into to Boulder, Colorado, to find more from the hospital where
It's below 8,000 feet, obviously.
yeah,
So,
and it's in the hospital that Deadpool's girlfriend's lab is in.
yeah.
She was trying to work on something to hurt these things, and so of course they ex machina a powder up. It's just a lot of nothing. It's it's action, and then they finally get it, and they finally figure out how to kill the things, and then they start killing them, and that's it in a nutshell.
Yeah. It's a short movie too, like 90 minutes, but which is perfect.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not going to explain anything, what's the point in having
Right.
it any longer?
Right.
They don't explain where they came from. They don't explain what they are.
Yeah. They figured out that they were machines. Remember? Because they kill, but not to eat. So they were like, okay, but it's all right. I mean,
eat.
right?
What do they eat?
No, they're machines.
How are they machines? I don't remember that.
Remember when she blew up the first one? Like the parts were all over the place, and she was looking at it.
Oh, not really. No.
She was like they're almost like cyborg, cybernetic.
That's even dumber.
I know.
Who's gonna make?
But they show at that's why you see the 3 stars coming to Earth. Supposedly that's the makers.
Yeah.
The origin, the people who made them. So
Yeah. Like I said, it's okay. It's just a very
Yeah, it's okay.
Kind of a
Now I saw another movie, Tarot. Tarot. You know anything about tarot cards?
Okay.
Okay, I was expecting the most cheesiest, teen slasher flick in the history, and it's cheesy and it's very teen, but no CGI, full makeup, full everything, uh, everything, prosthetics, and I was like, okay, I enjoyed the makeup in that movie. It was pretty good. No CGI. I was like, yes, good job. I mean, the rest of the movie sucked, but I enjoyed that. I was like, oh, good. It's good to see somebody's head to be chopped off and it's not CGI. Good job.
Now, I saw the cheesiest, worst teen horror flick of all time.
Uh-oh.
Starring Ron Perlman.
No.
Okay. Now, the name of this movie is it's Five Ive. Okay. It's the number 5 and then IVE.
Well, I've never heard of this.
Well, yeah, me neither.
Yeah, really? It's with Ron Perlman?
Okay, excuse me. It's Five Ive Girls. Okay, it's supposed to just be like 5, but I'm like, well, if you put the number 5 instead of the F, it's still 5.
Right.
And it is terrible. I stopped watching it about 20 minutes in. It was so dumb. It is just incredibly stupid. and I'm like, this guy was Hellboy, and he's in this crap ass movie. Like, wow, how low the mighty have fallen.
Yeah. Let's see, was there anything else? You gotta watch that show Paradise on Hulu. That shit is good, man. That shit is good. That's Sterling K. Brown, James Marsden, and Julianne Nicholson. She kills it. She plays such a bitch. It's perfect. She absolutely rules in that role. It's a good series. It's good.
So, of course, I can't get to this thing, but it's something else makes me miss the South is Bojangles introduced a new breakfast sandwich.
Oh.
It's 2 blueberry Belgian waffles, not full size, but like, a sandwich size blueberry Belgian waffle with a Cajun filet, their fried Cajun filet in the middle of it with syrup on it.
Jesus.
I'm like, oh my God. I don't know how much sugar's in it, but I'd definitely try it.
And then he'd head to the hospital.
Yeah, I was about to say, you better have your insulin on standby. Wow. I haven't had a Belgian waffle in a long time. Those are good.
In terms of watching stuff.
Yeah, but we got to do a
Love is Blind.
I still haven't. I haven't seen any of it yet.
Okay,
Pedro.
okay.
So don't.
I won't spoil anything.
Please. Is it good? Yes or no?
It's interesting. They did something a little different this time, James.
Really?
I don't know if this is a spoiler. It's not. If it is, it's not that big of a spoiler, James.
Yeah.
The pod. When they're in the pods, the section of the show when they're in the pods, they did an extended amount of episodes in that. They did more episodes in the pods than they usually do. So people have varying opinions on if they like it or not. So There's a lot of outside drama outside of the show regarding stuff that's brought up in the show. So I don't know.
I haven't seen any of it yet because I'm trying to hold out.
Yeah.
So
Well, I haven't seen the latest round of episodes. The one released yesterday, I haven't seen those yet.
yeah.
But yeah, we are caught up to that point though.
I'm trying to watch like at least half a season straight through first, because that's how I get into it. It's either that or we'll wait till I head down to Lux and Jamie and I will binge it.
Mm.
You know.
Hey, James, Pedro opened up some baseball cards this past week on looking at cards.
Really, anything good?
Yeah. Well, the funny thing was is
Time to go grab them.
Yeah, he got some cool cards, but
He
didn't get many of your favorite team. And it's funny because I mean you'd think the Astros would be your favorite team, James.
Why would the Astros be my favorite team?
Because they're cheaters and just like your favorite TV show.
That's cute.
Dang.
That's fucking cute. That's cute. I like that. Pedro just hit you in the head. That's cute.
These were
good job, Zeus. Good job.
These were the cards, James. The
Archives baseball.
Yeah.
Yeah, it had throwback guys in it.
Yeah, it's supposed to look like Tops.
Was it Tops?
Yeah. It's supposed to look like sort of classic designs, but with
with the old school cards from the 70s.
Yeah, those 70s and 80s cards.
It's mostly with modern players, but it does have some old players like Wade Boggs.
Yeah, that's a oldie.
I think there is a Yankee card in here somewhere. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, yeah, here it is. But this guy's retired as well. But
yeah, well, he's the GOAT. Yeah, that's the old school looking card. Yeah.
let's see.
Yeah.
There's some.
That's the GOAT, Mariano Rivera.
Oh yeah, the Astros came up because I was saying how he was with us for a long time, Carlos Correa.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Hey James, I gotta pick on you, Pedro. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
But Pedro didn't know how to say Carl Yastrzemski. He never heard of him.
Yeah.
You never heard of Carl Yastrzemski? Yes.
Mm-hmm. No, I never heard of him.
Oh my stars and garters!
But to be fair, let's see. His last season was in 1983.
He was one of the. I hated him simply because of the uniform he wore, but he was one of the best baseball players ever.
I knew Rod Carew, but I did not know this guy. No.
You don't know Carl Yastrzemski?
I was not aware of him.
Pedro, you ever heard of Tony Gwynn?
Who?
Tony Gwynn.
Gwen. Oh, Gwen. I thought you said good.
No, Gwynn.
Gwen. Yes, I have heard of Tony Gwynn.
Okay. Thank God you scared me there for a second. Have you ever heard of Reggie Jackson? How about Babe Ruth?
Of course.
There's this guy called Mickey Mantle. He was awesome.
Yeah, I do know him. So interesting thing about Mickey Mantle. When I was a kid,
he was a full-out drunk.
When I was a kid, my dad used to always tell us, Mickey Mantle hit a home run where it hit the roof of the Astrodome. And I was like, I don't know if that's true or not, but my dad used to tell us this all the time when we were kids. And now I think about it, I'm like, was that true or was that just some bullshit like that?
He hit one in the old Tiger Stadium, supposedly landed on the roof on old Tiger Stadium. And that was about almost 600 feet.
Wow.
So that's insane. You know? Yeah. I used to go to Mickey Mantle's bar in the city. He had a really nice looking bar. It was a really nice bar. It just had his name on it, you know. He owned it. But that was in his later years. He was already, you know. But it was a nice place. Good food. But yeah, he hit one, but almost 600 feet.
Yeah, like I said, when I was younger, when I was a kid, like my dad used to tell us all the time, he hit it hit the roof of the Astrodome, and I never thought about it till now. I'm like, oh,
Yeah, I don't think anybody hit that.
yeah.
I don't even think Aaron Judge could do that. Jesus.
Now you guys know that, like my whole perspective of baseball was just because my dad was a Braves junkie.
Mm.
You know, he was.
Yeah, Zeus, you don't like baseball, do you?
Not really. I mean, it's all right. It's not something I watch unless I'm, trying to go to sleep.
This guy's full of it today, isn't he? Go ahead.
It's the game waiting to happen. But no, but like my dad, they literally used to show like 160 out of the 162 games a year on TBS.
Yeah,
for the Braves.
It was American station. Remember?
And my dad was, he was going to watch every damn one of them.
I hated the Braves.
Yeah, he even he was listening to. I believe it was the Braves. It was a Braves game when he had a transistor radio. So it's like the shape of a alarm clock.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The old school ones. Yeah.
With a a headphone. It was just like a single microphone. Single.
Yeah, earpiece. Yeah.
Yeah. Single earpiece, and at my brother's wedding.
Oh,
nice.
Wow.
Nice. All you ever say I do is the fourth inning.
To be fair, it was pretty casual. It was in a park. He got married in a public park.
Are you doing March Madness this year, Zeus?
Well, we gonna do a tag team tournament, single tournament.
You want to do one again or no?
The tag team tournament was amazing, but imagine a single.
That was awesome. The tag team tournament was awesome.
Maybe we could do mask wrestlers this year.
Oh wow,
that's an idea, Zeus.
Oh wow,
that's a good fucking idea.
And then we could do how we had the four groups. We could do like American, Mexico, Japan, and then do like other.
Yeah, I like that.
Like the rest of the world.
Yeah, that's an excellent idea. I'm digging it right there. I'm digging that. Are there enough to field? There enough to do a field of 64?
James, with Mexico alone, you have enough to do a field of like probably 1,000. So
yeah.
But so we'll need to really whittle down the Mexico.
Yeah.
Well, you can get away with some of the Mexico stuff by
some of the Mexico stuff.
No, by putting them in like say you had. I mean, that's hard because you had Juventud, who half his career didn't wear a mask, and half he did. So it's like, okay. So.
Yeah, and then he put it back on.
That guy's a fucking idiot. But
still, I mean, he got unmasked in WCW. That like everybody kind of considers that. I mean, since if
so did Ray. Remember when they took the mask off him in WCW?
Yes.
Yeah, I think he lost it to Jericho, right?
I think so. Yeah, I think you're right.
I think it was Kevin Nash.
No, I thought it was Jericho, Pedro.
Hoovy?
Oh, I thought you said Ray.
No, Hoovy.
No, Hoovy. Yes, Hoovy. Yes, Jericho. Yes, you're right. Yeah. Yes. Okay. I thought I misunderstood.
Yeah.
But I think that's a good idea, Zeus.
It was Ray lost it to Nash, which is
Nash.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Yeah,
That'd be tough.
and then like for the rest of the world, we can have like
is there going to be a clear-cut favorite? Is it going to be a clear-cut favorite? If there wasn't a tag team one, because everybody wanted the Road Warriors in the tag team March Madness. So is there going to be a clear-cut favorite in Mexico?
I think Ray and like Jushin Liger will be the two favorites, especially with modern fans.
Okay. I was going to say.
What about Tiger Mask?
Well, Tiger Mask gets replicated a lot. It's true, but the one mask design that gets replicated the most, in my opinion, like the world over, this mask gets replicated not just in wrestling; it gets replicated in all kind of pop culture stuff. Is Blue Demon, even more than Santos' mask? Is Blue Demon's mask gets replicated the most in various designs? So it's kind of interesting because but.
You got to put Mil Mascaras in there, right? I mean, come on, you got to put Mil Mascaras in there.
What were you saying about Hurricane Rana?
Hurricane Ramirez, his mask is in a lot of pop culture imagery.
Yes, it is.
But yeah, of course, Mil Mascaras has got to be. I mean, the Mexico field will definitely be the toughest. And then we'll have to decide by birth or where do we put Ray? Do we put Ray in America because he was born in America?
I would think America. He is. I mean, we can say that's the thing is we can set all this up by. We can just say, look, this is where you were born. That would be the rule. It's wherever you were born. Right? Okay.
So, you
got to put Hayabusa in there.
So if he's not, but like if Liger was like Choshu or Ricky Dojin and he was born in Korea instead of Japan. We would put him in the rest of the world. But I think we just say,
I say you put Andre the Giant in a giant machine.
No.
He might win the rest of the world like that.
Yeah.
With today's.
Oh man, you got to put in the spoiler, the Masked Superstar.
Yeah. Mr. Wrestling 2.
Mr. Wrestling 2. The
Grappler.
Oh my God, the Assassin. Yeah. The Grappler. Shit.
Yeah. So once we start making the list.
The Midnight Rider.
We'll just have to see.
Yeah. That's a good idea, Zeus. I'm really digging this.
Chat there when you get a second.
Say what now?
Look in the chat when you get a second.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
But yeah.
Okay, I see.
Yeah. My God.
Right? Doesn't that look good?
Fucking just the word blueberry looks good.
Yeah.
Bowberry for Bojangles.
Blueberry for the cereal.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that would work. It's just like obviously the far and away the hardest thing is going to be whittling down Mexico.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, they almost deserve half the whole bracket. So we could extend them an extra preliminary round.
They could
have so many. They could have a 32 round.
They could have the play-in. Yeah, they could have the play-in round.
We're gonna have to. I'm gonna have to consult with Bean on
on
this.
Well, since there's so many from the Mexican field, we should just come up with the most popular ones because if it's that easy, then it's got to be a cutoff.
Well,
Well,
It's
like I
pretty
said,
much.
I mean, we just have to. I mean, hell, I mean, we can start writing some.
Well-
I mean, I got pencil and paper right now. I mean,
I mean, pretty much everybody in Mexico was a mass, right? I mean, not even talking about the ladies, just the men.
but when when you're talking about the greatest,
Yeah.
So
Well,
I mean,
El Santo and
you have to have El Santo. You have to have Blue Demon. They're at the
Yeah.
top.
yeah,
In terms
Yeah.
of influence, they're at the top. So
yeah. El Mascaras,
hang on a second. Let me.
well, Blue Demon, El Santo, Mil Mascaras,
El Solitario,
Who's that?
El Solitario,
Solitario.
Dr. Wagner, whichever version.
Dr. Wagner, yeah, Dr. Wagner. How about
Yeah, you're talking about Dr. Wagner Senior, right?
I mean, I'm using like just a generic in terms of the mask type. So
Okay.
yeah, I mean, like
well,
there's
then if
there's
you're gonna do
point.
that,
Like with El Santo, there's no point to go El Hijo del Santo. You just say El
Right,
Santo.
right.
Like, I mean, the
yeah,
mask.
but Pedro, if you're gonna do that, then you do what's his name? Because of the mask gimmick. The guy who swung the chair in WCW.
La Parca?
La Parca.
Yeah, La Parca.
Right, La Parca. Yeah, versus like
Right, because even though they were right. LA Park, right.
LA Park's
I mean,
the original,
even bigger than that, like El Canac, right?
Right, El Canac.
Yeah, right. El Canac.
Atlantis, Blue Panther.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of some of the.
Is Phantasma? Is he worthy?
I don't know. I mean, I guess it could be El Phantasma, because I mean, his dad has his legendary career, and then the son has his career, and
yeah.
See, some of those masks you don't have to list like a specific generation of it. Just list the mask.
Right, because it's been carried down. Right,
Yeah.
it's been carried down.
I mean, and like
it's been passed along. I should say.
Yeah, but like I was saying with Dr. Wagner. Dr. Wagner Jr. is the most famous of all the Dr. Wagners, right?
Right.
But the mask is the same from the original, his dad, to Dr. Wagner Jr. to his various, like he has like more than one kid doing the thing now.
Yeah.
Like the mask is still the same, like so.
Pero, well, he didn't wear a mask.
No, yeah, Perogard didn't wear a mask. Perogard did not wear a mask.
How about Psychosis? Would you put him in there?
I mean, he had a great career across the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's possible.
Wow, Psychosis might not make the cut. He might be in the play-in.
Here's a question. Here's a question that you have to discuss. Are we talking careers? Or are we talking just the masks? Like what are we? Is it both things?
I'd say because I mean because I don't think it's fair just to go based on mask design.
Right. Okay.
Because it like
El
Santos is so simple, but it carries so much weight.
But some of the mask design stuff you have to. So I'm looking at this maybe a little differently. Some mask designs are more influential in terms of other mask designs that it spawns and other gimmicks it spawns than others. So that's sort of my question.
But are we gonna be able to get?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of academic stuff we'd have to get into there. I
don't think we're going to get voters to.
Yeah. You're right. So you do really
have to get some kind of parameters, though.
You have to think about people that they're going to know. You're going to have to think about people that they're going to know. Yeah.
Right. Like, you got to put Penta in there. 'Cause, people know him, Pentagon.
I mean, it could say.
It's
gonna be good.
It's gonna take a lot of discussion, probably off the air.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely want to consult Bean before I say anything further, especially when it comes to Mexico. I want to see what he has to say.
Fishman.
Yeah, Fishman. Yeah.
Actually, I'm actually watching a March Madness game right now. Fordham and St. Joe's.
Oh, has it started?
On the A10. Not well, the not the actual tournament itself, but the division tournaments have started.
Yeah, some of those
okay.
the conference tournaments are going to start soon.
Yeah, like I'm watching the Atlantic 10 right now. St. Joe's versus Fordham from the Bronx.
Rayo de Jalisco.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go. Oh man, there's one I'm trying to think of his name. His real. Oh yeah. You knew what I was gonna say. He has like the face is just a big black plate, right? Like just because he did a bunch of movies and stuff.
What about Dos Caras?
Oh yeah, Dos Caras. Yeah, brother of Mil Mascara's father.
You know, Beto Del Rio wear the mask too.
Yeah, because he's the son of Dos Caras.
Yeah.
The Atlantis.
Yeah, Atlantis, Blue Panther.
Yeah.
Trying to think about like the original Dinamitas if they would, but they're almost more famous for their after mask careers than their mask.
What about Solar?
Oh yeah. There's a lot of masks. I don't know. Like there's a lot of masks. I don't want to say like which ones are more important, but I'm trying to think.
No. I'm just trying to get a list here.
A lot of trying to think how many people are going to know Solar.
Once again, we're just kind of investigating.
Yeah.
What about were the Brazos always unmasked or?
No, that they were masked, but we know them more. They're more famous being unmasked. But although one of the most famous apuestas matches ever is the Villanos versus the Brazos, where the Villanos took their masks, and it was a trios match. So it's one of the most famous apuestas ever. But the Villanos, there's another one you can mention. Yeah. The Villanos.
What's the guy that looks kind of like and don't say Psycho Clown. His mask looks kind of like a clown mask. He's got star eyes and a big red nose.
Oh fuck! What is that guy's name? I know who you're talking about. You're not talking about Psycho Clown. You're talking about the older thing.
Yeah.
Oh shit! See, we need Bean for.
Yeah.
To fill in the sometimers, we need Bean.
Chicano Sangre?
I don't.
Maybe.
No, I mean, I don't remember him with the mask, really. Everything I think of him is unmasked. He did have a mask, but I just don't think of him with the mask. Because most of the stuff I saw was unmasked, but he did have.
I got a real good one with the mask.
Who?
Repo Man.
Shut the hell up.
Repo Man.
What about the Mystico Caristico type match?
Oh yeah, that's true.
Oh, well, is it mystical? Yeah. I mean, how many people have had that gimmick, though?
A number of people at this point, but
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like Tiger Mask, right? There was like 4
no,
of them, right?
not quite like Tiger Mask, but
Octagon.
Oh yeah, Octagon. I mean, you don't have Pentagon without Octagon.
Yeah.
So
You put Ray Phoenix in?
I mean, you might put them in just for the engagement. I mean, that's what you have to think about with these selections. You have to think about what people will know and what they'll engage with.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the truth about this sort of thing. You have to have stuff people will engage with. So, these are all interesting things to discuss.
Yeah.
But
It is. No, it is. I think this is a great idea.
yeah, I think it's a great idea. But before we wrap it up, I wanted to mention something from Stardom actually. So last weekend,
What's up, man?
last weekend there was a reality show in Japan called.
Here.
I'm trying to think what the show is called. James, the gimmick of this show, it's a reality TV show. It's basically celebrities and people run a 300-meter race. They run a 300-meter race. And the point is to not finish last, because if you finish last, you're eliminated. So it's like rounds of running this 300-meter race. Okay, so Saya Kamatani, who's the current World of Stardom champion, the red belt champion in Stardom, she appeared on the show last weekend. And they had this whole video package where she was talking, and she's talking about how wrestling is kind of having a little explosion in Japan, but when they talk to the women's wrestlers, it's always Dump Matsumoto or Chigusa. It's like people from a long time ago, never anyone, current. And she was saying that she wanted to change the perception, she wanted people to know about the wrestling happening now and all this stuff. And while she's talking about it, she was like crying. She's getting all emotional and crying. And the hosts were like, she's such a sweet girl. Why is she playing the bad guy? And all this kind of stuff. Well, anyways, she appeared on this show. And then Monday, Stardom had a pay-per-view. And they had to open up more seats because her appearance on the show caused a big demand for people wanting to see her on live. So they had to open up more seats and all this stuff. And then at the show, they did an angle where Tam Nakano and Saya Kamatani challenged each other to a loser leaves Stardom match.
Nice.
And as soon as the announcement of that match and the stipulation hit the social media, the tickets for that show at Kurikan Hall, which is on Monday, I believe that's on the 3rd, the tickets sold out in like 15 minutes. And now, because there's so much attention now because of this appearance she had on this show, this TV show, and all this stuff, they're now going to show that main event of them fighting with their, the loser leaves. They're going to show that on YouTube for free.
Really?
Yeah, they're going to show it on YouTube for free. They're going to air it live, stream it live on YouTube for free. And it's just it's one of those things that you couldn't happen here. Like this sort of thing wouldn't happen here, but it's one of those things that could happen in Japan where this weird reality TV appearance leads to this little boom in business for promotion.
You're so right about you're actually so right about not happening here because it would have the adverse effect here. It would have the reverse effect here because how many people get shit on for doing crappy outside projects,
right? And just different culturally. The contact of the culture is just different, but it's just been interesting because if you think back to like 2019 and 2020, Hana Kimura did that Terrace House show because she wanted to make women's wrestling more popular in Japan. And then it ended up she got so much abuse from doing the show that she committed suicide. Now you have like a whole different thing happening, like 5 years later.
I wonder if they're going to mention her in a Dark Side episode with
that would be an amazing episode, sort of, wouldn't it?
But aren't they doing one with Daphne?
They are doing one with Daphne, yeah.
So you think they might touch on all the women who did something similar? Her, in Madison Rain, right? Or
Madison,
who was it?
Madison Rain's still alive.
It was somebody else who
Ashley
Massaro. There you go. Yeah.
I was gonna say Madison Rain's still alive, dude.
Yeah, but I figured, no. But I'm saying, when they're gonna touch on all of that, because it's all, they're all, it's all connected,
Well, but the Hana Kimura thing is a little complicated. But
yeah, she got abused. I mean, she was getting verbally abused.
I mean, we can talk about it off the air. I don't want to go into a whole thing on it.
No, I know, but
there are some factors in it that people didn't know at the time that we sort of know now. It's just not.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little more nuanced than really it seemed on the surface. But yeah.
Yeah, but it's so interesting.
But yeah, I just wanted to mention because it was like it's an interesting thing to see play out in the past week or so, that someone did an appearance on this show and then suddenly it led to this boom in this little boom in business for Stardom. Stardom's having pretty good business as it is. They've been kind of having better business than New Japan. Sort of lately.
Well, is there anybody left in New Japan? I mean, hello.
I think there's some truth to what you're saying, and we've been saying it for a while about New Japan, that they just they didn't invest enough in building up future people.
I mean, let me ask you a question, Pedro. Let me ask you a question. If they had half the people that they would normally have this time of year, you think Goto would be the champ?
I mean, who knows, right? Who knows?
I mean,
I think Goto's only the champ to probably so Zack Sabre Jr. wins it in England, but who knows what will actually happen. But that's a weird thing. Like, couldn't he just have had a successful title defense? Wouldn't that be the same? Like, why does he have to win it like in England? But
I mean, unless he's legit leaving.
I mean, it could happen. You never know. But the Stardom New Japan thing, so Mayu is likely, not saying for certain, but likely Mayu Iwatani's leaving some point this year. She
should have been in WWE a long time ago.
She's not going to
Scott would have killed it. I know, but her and Scott could have killed it.
Mayu does not want to live outside of Japan, so this is why she's never going to be in like outside of like just an appearance or something. She's not gonna like go to some promotion or whatever.
I mean, doesn't she see what Io Sky and Asuka did, and Hikari, and like everybody else who comes over?
I think for some people, I don't think Mayu would do so well in the United States. Okay, I don't think wrestling wise, I don't think she's going to do so well. She's not as maybe traditionally appealing to Western eyes and stuff as maybe,
right. I got
the people we mentioned and stuff. And I think that was one of the things that happened to Sari a little bit as well. Maybe Sari not quite, as Western appealing.
It was a big deal when they signed her, remember?
Yeah, but I mean, it didn't work out.
No, it didn't work out.
It's weird. Sari, she's talked about this in an interview. She said, a lot of people treated as if it was like a big failure for her, and she said that she learned so much stuff being in NXT.
Yeah.
Like she said, she learned a lot about like physical training. Like before, she just did kind of the exercises they do in the dojo, right?
Mm.
And then when she was in NXT, they made her lift weights and stuff, and she's like, oh, like she didn't realize that she was in such poor physical fitness that like,
Yeah.
and that it like benefited her to be in good physical fitness. Like they taught her,
Hang
how
with
to, yeah.
hang with the gym rats in Florida. They'll show you. You know, a lot of gym rats down here.
But okay, so I bring up the Mayu thing because so she's likely leaving this year, right? They've already, and they've been doing this for a while, moving people to replace the people that are likely leaving. Like, I mean, you got so many, and they're all so young, right? You got all these young girls who are super, talented, super have all this potential, who are being positioned to take over spots for the older acts who are sort of on their way to moving on to other things. Mm-hmm. New Japan has not been doing that. Stardom's been doing that like their entire existence, basically, from Rossi to the current thing. And New Japan hasn't been doing a great job with that, and that's why they're in the situation they're in, where all these people left, and it just seems like, here's some people, and they just seem like an AEW feeder, thing or whatever.
So sad.
What can you do? I'm gonna have to. There's some.
How's my girl Bozilla doing?
Oh, I don't know really what she's up to at the moment. Seems like she's just treading water until who knows what happens later.
NXT.
Maybe, who knows?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if Zeus can hear us. Zeus,
yeah,
I'm gonna have to wrap things up because there's some stuff going on here.
Okay, yeah, that was fine.
What's
James,
what's your next week looking like?
I think we're good for next week.
What about you?
I think we're good.
I'm good.
Okay.
The only issue I have now, because they removed the Barristan device on my chest. Remember that?
Yes.
They left a metal piece in my neck.
Ah, shit.
Yeah. So now the metal piece in my neck shifted.
Oh, fuck.
So it's kind of like poking out of my neck. So I have to get that taken out. So, but that shouldn't be too crazy. Hopefully not. But yeah, I should be good. Should be good to go.
Yeah, that sounds painful.
Yeah, more surgery. More surgery. That's all right. Just get it all done before WrestleMania. It's right go to Delray Beach.
That's right.
I will not be able to see
it. Getting on your next flight, though.
Yeah.
How happened?
You're gonna have a hard time getting on your next flight.
Yeah. Yeah.
I told you to empty your pockets.
Yeah. I made one joke one time with a TSA agent, and trust me, I learned my lesson. Never again. Never again.
Yeah, right. They don't have a sense of humor.
Because I got a scar that goes straight down my chest and down my belly. Right, so I got a titanium plate in my chest. So I was beeping. So I opened up my shirt to show him the scar, and I jokingly said, "Don't worry, I didn't put the drugs in my chest."
Oh. God.
And the next thing you know, I'm getting pulled up into a room, and I had to get searched, and I had to, I explained to them that I had all this surgery, and that's not funny, Mr. Sarno. I said, look, man, I'm just trying to have a little fun, Never again. You're absolutely right. They have zero sense of humor. Zero.
You should have just said, look, I would never put the I got a perfectly good rear end. I would never suitcase.
That's what I was trying to say. I said I would never. I said, don't worry, the drugs are not in my chest.
Search my butt, please. That's what you do.
I mean, come on, I was doing it Ricochet style. But
No.
you know,
Ricochet gives this part of the episode 2 thumbs up.
I didn't talk about me.
2 thumbs up.
I guess really he would only give it 1 thumbs up because 1 thumb is somewhere else. But,
he worked his way up to 2.
Yeah, but I never fuck with them again. So, yeah.
What a great ending to the show.
Now I travel with all my bracelets and all my special IDs I need, and scan this, scan that. I have this in me, that in me.
Your help. I've fallen. I can't get up.
Yeah. I have to get pat down. I can't go to the machine. Blah blah blah.
I wanna thank all the lurkers today. Thanks for watching. I know we have had some viewers, so just thank you for watching.
Who's out there? Thanks for hanging, and thank you for listening to us flap our gums.
Everyone, take care. Have a great week, and adios.
Later.